Hi YouTube. I want to say hello to all of you that come on my channel. I'm not going to be able to read the chat. I am driving at the moment, so I'm just going to kind of go by a few things of what I've been noticing and improvements with myself and what I know works, and obviously helping other people to kind of try and see the goodness that they can heal themselves too. That's important. I may talk a little bit about codependency and MPD again, because it's kind of coming up. As when this stuff comes up, it's all about healing and healing yourself and being diligent, not taking anyone's crap anymore, knowing that you're unique. Every person that's on the face of the earth is unique in their own certain way. Finding your true sense of self is why we are all actually here. Many of us had to shrink back from the time we were kids. Hello. I can't see who it is, nor can I read. So I don't have my glasses on. That's probably one of the hard things, I think, for most people to do, is many objectify and identify with what they do. I'm a nurse, I'm a doc. Like, we've been taught and programmed to identify our sense of worth and our sense of value with what we do, how much money's in our bank account, what kind of car we drive, who we know, who likes us, how many friends are on our friends list. Am I wrong? No, I'm 100% right. I hope that I don't glitch out here, guys. Sorry if I do. YouTube has a way of doing that with me sometimes. God bless YouTube. Either way, one of the things that I found, and you all know, I was the stalker of the stalkers of being abused, victim, and that does not get you anywhere. It just keeps you in the same old mind frame of being primed and primed for somebody else to come in and do it again. And when you can pull back and see with a different perspective, from a higher perspective, hello, when you can see from a higher perspective of what was the lesson in this? What have I done to perpetuate abuse? What have I done to allow it? And when you actually, that comes from within. Those answers all lie within you. And that's why a lot of this healing that we talk about, it's spiritual healing. It comes from a spiritual place. It comes from your God center, from your core. And it comes from honestly getting down and dirty and honest with yourself. It's rooted in fear, because we've been so reliant on other people's approval and so reliant on other people propping us up, because that was something that we lacked. Or shall I say, I lacked. Let me just put this all on me. I can take the blame for the abuse. I allowed it. Well, I'm not allowing it anymore. And anybody else who's getting abused, whether it's covertly or whether it's, I'll read some of these comments then when I can actually pull over and stuff. Because I'm actually heading up to Shikellamy Lookout here in a little bit. That's where I'm driving to now. I did find more bottles. Yay, be tenacious. I only had to go to 5 different stores. And now I'm kind of like, eh. So, I had to drive a little ways to find my bottles, but I'm heading home now. Many of us have a specific type of person that, you know, we like. And we all have a specific taste. Unfortunately, many of the times, that taste of what we have, like we were so primed and primed for people with NPD. From childhood on out, like that's pretty much the way it goes. That's pretty much the way it's been. And it's breaking that cycle and breaking all those bonds and getting real with yourself and saying, I'm going to do the work for me. I'm going to find my own God center. I'm going to find my own giftings. I'm going to allow the universe and grant the universe the power to use me as a voice piece to help other people. Now, we all know I self-isolated for a long time, and a part of that does have to do with the healing process. You know, not wanting to go anywhere, kind of just introvertly drawing into yourself, which is self-reflection, and many times empaths will take the blame. We're the ones that usually apologize for something we didn't even do, just to keep the peace. Well, we don't do that no more either. Just to shut somebody up, to stop the nagging and the abuse. So we'll just take the blame and be like, all right, well, those type of people you got to get out of your life as soon as possible. And this healing process takes a long time, especially when you were primed and primed from the time you were a child. Not realizing, you know, as far as like I've talked about, even with like my own parents and stuff like that, I don't blame them for a lot of my childhood upbringing. My mom was the same way. She was always trying to be a peacemaker. She always wanted to forgive everybody. She always wanted to, and she instilled that in us, that, you know, don't harbor, you know, don't harbor resentment, which is that's a good trait. However, it primes and primps a kid for abuse. I taught my kids to stick up for themselves, because I know growing up, as far as being bullied or, you know, dealing with nasty people from school, dude, it seemed like I just attracted these freaking nasty, demonic, awful, abusive people. They were like a magnet. And I'm not saying I was perfect, because when you're abused, you end up freaking lashing out. Like, that's kind of like when you finally had enough and you stick up for yourself and you don't let them get away with being a bully anymore, and you actually beat their ass like they deserve to be beat. Oh yeah, guess what? When the bully gets bullied, well, technically not bullied, but when the bully gets their ass handed to them on a silver platter, guess what? They think twice before they mess with somebody else. I'm a living testimony of that. They still talk about that over at my one place of ex-employment. A girl was known for being nasty and mean. A girl was known for being tough. Well, she never met me. I had a lot of pent-up... I put up with that girl's bullshit for well over a year and a half until I finally had enough, and I didn't try and start it. She came up to me. Well, she wishes she didn't, because I made a fool out of that girl. And I never had a problem with her after that. You have to stick up for yourself. I'm not saying, like, that's just a physical form of what I'm talking about. Spiritually, you have to protect your energy. And you have to not let people just take you for granted and abuse you. That's exactly what people with MPD want to do. They want to scare the shit out of you. They want you to feel paranoid, anxious, like you're being watched and followed and stalked. Yeah. That's why you have to push through and say, I'm going to live my life regardless of whether or not you're watching, stalking. I don't care. Keep watching. Yep. Well, and even the gaslighting, I mean, and some of the time, they don't even realize they're so caught in a delusion, some people, that they don't even realize that they're gaslighting you. Some of it's one of the biggest gaslighting motherfucking, and I didn't do this to my kids, is making kids believe in Santa Claus. And then when you're like 8 or 9 years old, you realize, oh, there's no such thing as Santa Claus. My parents completely fucking buffaloed me and lied to me. And why would they do that? So, you guys do whatever you want to do. I consider that gaslighting, in my opinion. I didn't do it with my own kids. And yeah, of course, my daughter, when she was 2, went into church and told all the kids that Santa Claus did not exist and he was not real, and that their parents brought them their gifts. And it was because, God provided that for them. I wasn't giving some fat man in a red suit credit for what God provided. Sorry. And I wasn't going to lie to my kids. I didn't like it when I was lied to. Tooth Fairy, Easter Bunny. I mean, yeah, it's fun, I guess. You think it's fun for the kids until they find out the truth. And then that kind of creates a distrust. After why, because you're believing in, these kids believe in something in their formative years, and then all of a sudden it's ripped out from underneath them. And that it's not real. That's just an example. Like I said, you guys do whatever you want with your kids. That's up to you, but that's kind of the way I look at it. Same with ghosts. Santa was real, but ghosts weren't. And I was being haunted. Because I had clairaudience, I had clairvoyance, I could see freaking into the spirit realm. As a little kid, I was having dreams about ancestors and dead loved ones at 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. And there was no validation there. I was told it was just a dream. But why would I be dreaming about that? Why would that be stuck in my subconscious? It's obviously, like I said, I know that it's a spiritual gift that I have. And instead of, a lot of times I'm just like, this is a freaking curse. Like, no, it's a gift to be sensitive to spirit realm. It's coming in handy in my later years. And I could go to a place and I can sense somebody's energy and I can run like a mother if I have to, the exact opposite way. Like I said, I don't even understand why these darks try. I don't. Because I can tell. I know that feeling. God put that feeling in me. Not as a paranoia and not to be angry or pissed off, but to not allow the abuse anymore. Get away from that person. Either they didn't do all the work that they needed to do, or they're narc. One of the two. Like, they don't vibrate at your same frequency. So you need to back off, or their freaking toxic traits are gonna, you're gonna have to transmute them like you've done with all these fucking people. Well, like I said, I don't mind helping people out that I know want to do the work, that I know want to get clear, that I know personally want to hear the truth of the matter. We live in a spiritual world, and we don't wrestle against flesh and blood. We don't wrestle against other people. We're wrestling against principalities, powers, and evil freaking rulers that are in the spirit realm. And that's exactly where I fight. Like the man walking right here. God bless him, even if he is a narc. Like, I don't feel sorry for them. I hope that they get their freaking... I hope that the veil's so freaking lifted that they see the evil that they do. I don't know if that'll ever happen, though. I just don't. I hope so someday. We can all live in Kumbayaville and that we don't have to freaking... Everybody that's on here, hello. I really can't... When I get up to the mountain, I'll be able to read. Hopefully I'll have some internet service up there. If I suddenly cut off, know I love you. And I'll come on later. But I'm hoping that I have service because I want to do something while I'm up here. I finally am at a place where it's like, I could go out in my car. I don't care if somebody's watching me, stalking me, following. I don't care. What are they going to do to me? Not a doggone thing. They're powerless. And when you get the people out of your life, man, what? And you start getting outside and you start... Dude, I'm telling you what, I went to a couple stores today. I refused to wear a freaking mask. I had to go pee inside a freaking... I refused to wear a doggone freaking mask. I'm not doing it. Not one person had the balls to say anything to me. Because I went in there with a smile on my face. And happy and joyful, and people were like all in fear and stuff. I could feel that. And I just tried my best to give off an essence of being grateful and happy and expressing that to other people. Well, I have a friend I know who has been dealing with a borderline person for a long time, has kids with this person. And that person, he's so anxious and paranoid, and pretty much has said about, like, his brain is basically, he's like, I was never like this before. This person, I can't even think straight. I can't even, he's like, I have to write everything down for my business or I forget everything. I said, yeah, I get it. I understand when you're going through the gaslighting and trying to detach from these people. And it's not easy. Oh, goody, goody. Let's see if I have service up here. I hope I do. Let me show you. This is the lookout. Look how beautiful it is up here. This is the mountain that I'm usually. This is the overlook. Down there's the marina. It's the main bridge. I usually sit over there at that wall. But look at this overlook and the overview. This is the northern branch and that's the western branch. And like I said, it all meets right here. Isn't that amazing? This is the mountain. This is the lookout. Let me grab my glasses from the car. Then I can read your guys' comments. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm great. It's beautiful out today.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
I love this view. Hang on, let me grab my glasses, guys. And my drink. Read your comments. Wasn't really able to read comments. I apologize for driving. I shouldn't even be doing this when I'm driving, but yeah. We're gonna sit up here. So, now I might come up here and actually read cards. Hang on. Okay. There's a bunch of people coming up here now. And this is the view from the mountain. There's a picnic table right over here. That would be perfect. Let me see here. Let's flip it back around. Look at me. So who's all on here? I'm sorry if I wasn't really paying attention. Just one of those things where it was like, and some people got kicked off. Oh, there's butterflies again. Butterflies have been following me. Oh my gosh, they're everywhere. Butterflies have been following me all over the place. I'll come over here in the shade a little bit and have a seat. Let me see here. See what's going on in the chat. Someone talk. Hi, Turtle Smith. How are you? Archer's Oracle's on here. Let's see here. Well, I've been tenacious, and I actually had found, yeah. I'm back on here. Are some of you guys still on here? I see that there's 2 people still on here. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to catch me live, and Turtle Smith, you're in a different, whole different area of the world. But yes, um, when it comes to healing, you got to push through. Like I said, there was a fella. Mike did. I know Mike did a Mars and Aries. I knew that he was going to be doing that. He's going to be doing another one here too. Has to do with like the astrology for America. So I don't know what that's going to look like, but mask. Yeah. I only had to go pee. It wasn't like I was going and touching anything. And then I walk out, there's a guy standing at the freaking counter with no mask. And I'm like, I feel the same way you do, buddy. He's like, yep. I'm not no sheep. Here's the thing as far as like with my my one friend I was talking to. Look at the boats. Oh my gosh. Love this. Around. All water. Like I said, it all dumps right into my hometown. That's why we have to have that wall over there. A lot of times we flood. I'm glad I have cell phone service up here. If I had a boat, I'd be out there all the time. Back to my friend. Off the subject here. My friend, he's at the point where he's doing everything he can to not create any more issues because he does have small kids with this person. And I'm like, dude, you cannot let this person control you. Like, I understand. It's like, well, I'm getting my ducks in a row. I'm like, it's what they want, power and control. And as soon as you move on, this guy used to be a lot like me, like very outgoing, had a lot of friends. We get with these freaking narcs, and all of a sudden, I know it's easier said than done. But when you have somebody who's willing to be a soundpiece and a voice and to stand alongside of you, it's very tough for him. So I understand. Like, yeah, I've been there too. And there's so many of us that have. I personally, like I said, for everybody, he deserves to be happy. Hi, Ruby. We all deserve to be happy and get to the point to where we're like, all right, this happened. That's not going to be the way I go down. That's not my defining moment, is that I'm a victim. Oh, heck no. And now it's more or less like, people want the help, fine. Come talk to me. If you don't, fine. I get it. Like, take some time and just, I wish you the best. It's when you're stuck in the same place. Like, this guy's been dealing with this since I have. And you know, he had said about, oh, I didn't put you in timeout. I didn't put you in timeout, buddy. I didn't even touch my phone. I'm sorry. I don't know. Did somebody put him in timeout? Because don't do that. I'm sorry. I know I was losing uh, cell phone service on the way up through here. Yeah. Well, one of the things is he has two small kids, and she uses those kids against him. They even have a court order. She doesn't follow the court order. He gets them when she says he can get them, and she takes them when she wants them. She just uses it to control him. She don't even care. It's like, so I had sent him a video on what happens when a kid is with one or two narc parents, and the psychology of an empath. Or the psychology, either they're going to turn into a narc themselves, or they're borderline, or they're going to turn into an empath. A lot of times when you're dealing with that and people just like don't want to take the shit anymore and they fight back, these narcs don't know what to do. Yep, I was too. And it takes time to pull yourself back, start writing stuff down that you remember, and then really start pouring love into yourself. Start doing things for yourself. Most of us have been the sacrificial lamb our whole life for everybody, including our own children. And I'm not saying it's not, that we shouldn't be there like for our kids. But what I noticed, what I did as far as being a sacrificial lamb, it taught my kids that it's okay to abuse, that their mother's getting abused. They also saw that their mother can leave an abuser too. Now, might take time to heal and stuff like that, but it can be done. It's all about setting boundaries with people. Somebody oversteps their boundaries. I mean, put the offer out there. Somebody oversteps their boundaries, you gotta shut them down. Or you feel like your boundaries are being crossed. Even if you feel like it, trust your instinct. We were taught not to trust our own instincts anymore. From child on up, we were taught not to trust ourselves. Like I said, with the Santa Claus thing. Because our own thoughts and minds betrayed us. I always had this kind of like iffy feeling anyway, because I'd go down and try and catch the motherfucker like Santa. Like I would. I'd be like, I want to see this, and that's just something that was a tradition that every parent does. But I learned that that was pretty damn toxic to do to kids. And it's detrimental. Huh. Yeah. Well, when you know what your reality is, you've gone through it so many times. And they all use the same playbook. And when you don't take their gaslighting, then they start the projection. Oh, that didn't happen. You're too sensitive. Who all heard that? You're too sensitive. Why are you and you're not even being sensitive. Why are you being sensitive? Because your gut instinct is, and then that's you being taught not to trust yourself. someone telling me I'm too sensitive. Because I'm calling them out on their bullshit. For a narc, though, that's one of their main things. And then here comes, you're crazy. It didn't happen that way. That's when the crazy starts. Oh, you're crazy. Then they go around with the smear campaign telling everybody all the bad things because you're basically losing your fucking mind because you're being gaslit and then you're being called crazy. And then they tried to, dude, that movie from the 40s or 50s called Gaslight, of the guy actually turning, that's what these fuckers do. They want to make you go crazy. And I'm not particularly saying that's what a spirit does. An evil spirit wants you to not trust your God center. They want to completely disconnect you from the Most High. And ultimately, they want to kill you too. They want you to kill yourself. Or get you put locked away. Or they'll use any little thing that you've shared with them against you. Oh, well, you've gone through this and you've gone through that, so, well, now I understand why your other relationships didn't work out, blah, blah, blah. Now I learn to trust my gut instincts. And if I even sense somebody's energy starts zapping me, gone. I know. That's the biggest red flag. And my body, like I said, is sensitive to these people at this point. And it is a huge red flag. Like I said, I notice it. Yeah. They want to make you feel guilty. And then they want to gaslight and act like you don't know that it's them. You okay? Well, that's why we need to integrate our shadow. When you integrate your dark side and your light side, incoming super empath. And you can be autonomous and you can be happy with who you are and yourself. Dude, I've been completely open and honest as much as I can be with all of you guys. I've been very vulnerable. Narcs can't be vulnerable. They don't want you to know their vulnerabilities. That's one of the biggest tall tale signs. They want to know all your vulnerabilities to use it against you later. But they're not going to be vulnerable. And my biggest defense at this point, and my biggest testimony, is this channel and Jehu's Revenge, that channel. That's my biggest revenge. Wasn't called Jehu's Revenge for no reason. To equip the saints. To equip the empaths. To stand in their freaking power and say enough is enough. And like I said, this thing is global. This isn't just like spotty. This happens all over the place. Well, I'm strong, but I have weaknesses too. It's knowing your weaknesses and not letting your weaknesses dictate your future. Well, yeah. Oh no, I see it as revenge. I definitely see this as God's revenge. Using your abilities as a mouthpiece, letting people know that what they're feeling and what they're sensing is real, that they're not crazy. Explaining to them to a T what I've gone through, being vulnerable about it, so that other people, it's a righteous vengeance, you're damn straight. And you find them in church. I found a lot of narcs in church, the spiritual narcissists. They're wonderful. You find them at work. I've dealt with those. Find them in your family, in relationships. You turn on the media and you see the gaslighting and projection. Oh my God, narcissists are the most ones who, dude, they're actually saying that narcissist. They're a narcissist if you won't wear a mask. Now they're calling you a narcissist if you won't wear a fucking mask. No, we're just not a sheep. You're not hurting me. Heard. You're not hurting my ass. Because I see right into what's going on. And I've been studying this shit for 8 years on a global scale. I see it in doctors' offices. Dude, I can see why I was put on medication. I didn't understand any of this 12 years ago. Or even before that, like my body wasn't sensitive as far as, like I could always feel like when somebody would just come up to me and just spew and say, I don't like you. There's just something about you I don't like. Yeah, it's your demons manifesting at the God inside me. That's why you didn't like me. In church that happened. And then I had a crazy friggin' boss that gaslit, projected, and lied and had me fired because I saw what was going on behind the scenes. Because I went through it myself with psychiatrists, psychologists, doctors, medication. That's what makes me an expert. It's because I went through it. And here's the funny part. Many people, I'm going to let you know something. Many people who are indigos and have been known to be prone to depression and anxiety are actually ADHD or have ADD. And they want to medicate you with antidepressants that make you fat. To put it out there. And antipsychotropics. And the narcissist loves it. Just saying. Instead of actually, I realized I was ADHD. Between being bipolar disorder and ADHD, there's only one factor between the two that separates both of those. And I had the one that was more ADHD, which was my son, also had ADD. My mom also had ADHD. So, you go through manic and depressive episodes because you're sensitive. A lot of indigos have been misdiagnosed as either bipolar or ADHD, and I saw it in mental health when I worked there. Oh no, those people can't get any better. They're just going to get worse. Not if they went to therapy. Right, Jen? Yeah. They can't get any better. That's why I got fired, because I saw what works. Well, a lot of people, and one of the things that I did while I worked in there was ask them about their childhood and their trauma and about sexual abuse and physical abuse. And come to find out, almost all of them on my caseload had dealt with a form of sexual abuse. Yep, they do. Well, and that's why getting outside is important. And when you're a kid and all that stuff happens to you, the kid actually takes it on as it's their fault. The kid actually thinks it's their fault, that they deserve this, that because they were primed and primed with gaslighting, projection, and a lot of times neglect of emotions. Your emotions weren't validated. I'd have nightmares, and I couldn't even tell until I was in 12. I kid you not. I was haunted my whole childhood, and my parents can validate this. Every night, I'd end up in my parents' bedroom on the floor because I was freaked out, because I was feeling like I was being watched. And I had to understand that a lot of that had to do with more of the I had a gift, and I had to push it away, and I had to reject it because it wasn't mainstream. Nobody talked about spirits that they saw, felt all the time, dreamt about. And this was ever since I was a little kid. I'm talking, I was born. Even in the womb. I technically shouldn't be here. I was rejected from the time I was in the womb. My parents wanted a boy really, really bad. And I can understand because they wanted a boy and a girl. Yeah, I get that. That's understandable. I wanted a little girl too. I wanted a boy and I wanted, I had 2 boys and a girl. God blessed me with that. Yeah, thank you, God, for my kids. Yeah, well, I was supposed to be a twin too. My mom was RH negative and never didn't get a shot because they didn't, she didn't know. She thought it was, they did tell her after I was born that any kids after me, she would have to get a shot. However, I already had an older sister. So the RH negative factor is actually triggered after the first child. Well, I don't know if they never tested her, says that she ended up getting pregnant with me. And then they found out the RH negative factor that she had after I was already born, and said if you have any more kids, it's very likely that they won't survive unless you get these shots. Well, I go back and I talk about the whole, I had a vanishing twin that was very much identified with the doctor, and I actually absorbed my twin. That's what happens with vanishing twins. And there's medical proof of what has happened. It's bizarre. Everything that I found out just about myself, about my family, stuff I didn't know. I didn't know my mom was Rh negative. I didn't know this until a few weeks ago. I thought so. I had a feeling, and I always had this feeling of this vanishing twin, and there was actual medical proof that of something that had happened to me, of a bone being somewhere where it should not have been in my body. Well, that's something you're going to have to ask the universe. My South Node is in Gemini. So when it comes down to it, as far as like with my twin, I'm not just living for myself. I have to allow my twin to live through me too. So, because I know that I had one. And we had a good destiny, a great destiny that needed to be fulfilled. And that's probably part of the teaching aspect that I do on here. And I use my spiritual gifts as well to help the collective. It's all to help you guys. And it also aids in my own healing. Hi, E-Dog, how are you? It also aided in my own healing. However, you have to be tenacious. You have to not let these people anymore get the best of you. You have to be able to set a regimen and be like, I'm going out and I'm getting sun, doggone it. I'm going to because it feels good. Breathing in that good ass prana that they don't want you to breathe in because they want to give you a mask. You know what I mean? Look at this. How can you not love this? Like, and where's it at? Oh yeah, there's a butterfly over there. They've been following me everywhere since yesterday. Everywhere I go, I'm getting oh, no, wait a minute. What is that? Yeah, whatever. Looks like a cricket or something. But yeah, this come down from New York. That over here is the western branch that comes in from Jersey. Like I said, there's an island in between there, and there's water that goes down there. And that's the marina right over there. Well, we have this branch right here. This branch that comes here comes down from part of New York. No. This is the Susquehanna River. The Susquehanna River actually comes down from, there's actually hiking trails and stuff up here too. I really should come up here sometime and just go hiking. This actually comes from, what part of New York is, I can't even think of it right now. I forget. You live on the Susquehanna? Yeah, so do I. Right. So I'm like, ah. I'm sitting right in the sun. But I just wanted to come on and talk to you about being tenacious. Yes. Actually, the chief of this area, he was the United Chief. And this mountain where I'm standing on was named him. And this is called Shikellamy Lookout. He was a United Chief. people up here taking pictures and stuff too. It is a blessing and a curse. But instead of looking at things as a curse anymore, look at things as a blessing. And yeah, you need to be stubborn when it comes to your healing and being tenacious about not letting other people affect you. What they do, let them do it. They want to be toxic, let them be toxic. That's not your fault. That's not your problem. You have the let people in your life. You have the ability to say no. You have the ability to tell people no. That's your God-given right of who you want in your life and who you don't. And that's why I said we have to take responsibility at this point for what we allow. Because at this point, we're all, when something's abusive, we all know when something isn't right. And if you don't know with me, I'll be more than happy to give you the checklist. Check with your body and see first sign. Energy depletion. It's like, was I just abused? Yeah, it does. It's kind of yucky. And then you gotta clear yourself. See? That's why I always have jewelry. Even my earrings. I wear amethyst right here. Dude, I'm heavily, before I even leave my house, man, put up a shield. There's plenty of like 7-minute shields that you can just put up that blue flame or purple flame shield for protection so that you're not absorbing other people's energy. And I noticed it does help. However, I started seeing desperation. And I'm just like, okay, this is gross. Also, now y'all know that I was having a real hard time. I went to like 5 or 6 different stores trying to find bottles. Well, last ditch effort, because I knew it was the last place I actually found some bottles. Because I wanted to make more of my oils for clearing and stuff for people. For my spiritual baths, I bought the rest of what was there. So, I didn't want to look like a pig or anything, but I needed them. And I went to 6 different Dollar Trees to try and find them. None of them had them. So, I got what I could. And I was praying the whole time, like, angels, please help me find these bottles. I need these bottles because I want to get this product done. And then I want to start with body butters and like body. I know, and they're a lot more expensive to try and buy them from Amazon. So like I'm getting more money wrapped up into, just containers. So it was like, I mean, you can get like 12 of them for $10. Well, I can get 20 for $10, at this point. And it used to be I could get 30 for $10 because they used to come in a 3-pack. So I don't know what is going on with the Dollar Trees and why they don't have where are they at? Hang on. Why they aren't restocking bottles travel bottles and why they're all flying off the shelves when I need them, when nobody's really traveling. What is all that about? That's like Satan being like, yeah. So I started praying. I'm like, Michael? Oh, I saw some of the bottles from Dollar Tree on, someone selling them on eBay. Someone bought them and was selling them on eBay for $5. But I had to be tenacious and go, and today I'm going and finding these doggone bottles. Spirit of the Most High. And I went to dollar stores all over the place the last 2 days looking for them. Well, I finally found some. They aren't the 3 in a pack, they're 2 in a pack, but it's better than what I was finding for prices even on Amazon. So I got what I needed. And that's what I was thinking too, that people were probably using them for hand sanitizers. Which is lame. Because the coronavirus don't die from hand sanitizers, just saying. People use hand sanitizer and just like... These fucking masks don't even help. So I got the rest of my bottles for my spring line. And I'm gonna be working on that this week. And as soon as I start selling stuff, then I'm gonna start making my body butters and stuff. I know! Dude, people are... This is all about fear. It's all about fear. Fear will kill somebody a lot quicker than the coronavirus. I'm not saying don't wash your hands. I'm not saying don't use hand sanitizer. I'm not saying if you're around a lot of people, don't protect. But this only protects you from not giving it to somebody else. Well, I don't fucking have it. This isn't protecting me from if somebody has it. I don't have it. So why should I suppress me being able to breathe in that good ass prana when I'm out and about? Why do you always say that? I'm always wonderful. I'm beautiful. I'm fantastic. Just talk about the coronavirus and narcissist and breathing in that good ass prana and saying, fuck the mask. Well, I grew up around this area. Germs are everywhere. How do you get how do you build up your immunity? Hello. And here's the really ridiculous part of the whole damn thing. Here's the ridiculous part of the whole damn thing. They were successful when the rate of the death rate is like less than like 1%. They shut down the whole world for a fear tactic with of a virus that isn't killing people. Yeah. 5G is gonna hurt a lot more people than freaking this coronavirus. So we're aware. Yeah? Well, what I did is I have organite all over my house. You should see the way my plants and stuff are thriving in that house. My plants are growing like a sucker because I have crystals everywhere and organite. Shungite's good too. I make organite lamps and I have them all over my house. And I wouldn't say get one if they didn't work. I programmed them with healing energy and positive energy. Not only is it organite, I actually put crystals inside of it too. All of my lamps actually have a crystal at the bottom. And then I have all of the stuff that goes in there wrapped in a copper wire along with lights. And then before I send them out, because I program them, and then before I send them out, I put holy oil on all of them. I put my batch of holy oil, I drizzle it all over the top. And at the top, big amethyst point. Well, this is, I actually got a lot of amethyst. A lot. I got some that I sell, that I've charged. This is the only blue one that was in with all of those, all the purple pieces. I'm keeping the blue one, sorry. The blue one is mine. Because blue flame integration. Organite. Oh my gosh. Yo, there's a lady that had, was talking about organite, because I've been studying it. Please study up on it. There's a lady that I had talked to that she always kept a piece of organite. She worked in radiation in a hospital. So she was always around radiation and stuff. And she started noticing, she always kept a piece of organite with her in her pocket. And she started noticing people around her were getting cancer. But she didn't. She was healthy as all get out because she had that piece of organite with her. And it dispelled the radiation. Well, I got stuff to make a couple more lamps too. So, I have my crystal blocks. I have my bottles finally that I can actually do the rest of my spring line. But I'm telling you, if I can't find more bottles, hopefully, they will restock by the time I'd sell out. My Etsy shop is not open yet. I'm doing my spring line. I told everybody to hold me accountable that I start uploading everything by as you see, it was just 11111 as I said that. Yeah. And after I start, dude, my first $100, I'm gonna let you know, my first $100 that I'm putting it back into my business because I'm getting the stuff to make body butter. That way, you know, after you get your bath, you can douse yourself with some nice body butter then. So, yeah, Spirit told me people need body butter. Organize. Yeah, I want to show y'all something. I don't know if you guys can see it. Oops, sorry. Hang on, I do have my other phone here. Show y'all something. For me spending so much time out in nature, you want to see something crazy? I noticed it last. I have crystals. Like, hang on a minute. See if I can prop this phone in the proper way here. You see that? I need to prop this up better. Hang on. It's bizarre. Yeah, I'm trying to show you. It's not the easiest, but see that? Look, right there. My pointer finger. It's my light body. And I don't even have makeup on today, so like, yeah. Well, they're actually everywhere, all over my hands. It's just some of them are fractals are bigger than others. A lot of times you can see them on my fingertips too. But like I can sit here and see them in the light. It usually starts on your palms. See? Right there in the middle. And that's without a light. And then when I have the light on them, they're everywhere. I have them on my legs. I have them on my stomach. I saw them on my chest, and I'm like, okay. Pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious who I am, and that my DNA has been activated. So, I know some people seem to think, oh, well, that's bizarre. That's weird. I know. I can't explain it either. I don't have to try to. All I know is it's there. Yep. And when you spend any time out in the sun, it just brings it out even more. I'm pale too. But I've been trying to get some sun and stuff. Because it's good to be outside and breathing in good air and going to beautiful places like this makes you feel better, not sitting at home, sitting and sulking. The days of sitting and sulking are over. At least for me. We don't have the time over, the things that have happened to us. At this point, we're only wasting our own time. At this point, we're abusing ourselves and we're only wasting our own time. I get it. People heal on a different level. But if you guys need any help, you all know you need coaching, you need encouragement, you need help. You can email me at beautifulmind4275@gmail.com. I also do metaphysical healing stuff. Let me know. That's why I come on and do videos, and I've been asked to do 2 collabs now. And one of them has to do with Narc Channel. The other one is somebody that I've known for a while and has to do with cards. So, yeah, I'm going to head back home. I got some bottles to clear. I got some more freaking... I got to get this stuff made so that I can get it out to people. I'm sitting on a gold mine for people. And it's not okay. Like, I got to get this stuff out to people who need it. So that's the universe is hammering me. It's like, you have all this product here, yet you haven't uploaded any of it yet, and people need it. And I'm like, but I'm not ready. Yes, you are. Okay, Spirit. Faith and trust. So, by Friday, I will have my whole spring line ready. And the mountain water, spring water line, and then I have the ocean water line. So, most of them have the same properties. Besides the mountain water is depository and more cleansing and refreshing, where the ocean water is clearing out negative energy. I also, like I said, I have tons of rose quartz, fluorite, obsidian. I have citrine, and I also have amethyst necklaces, tumble stones. So, and I have all my anointing oils, and I have all of that stuff too, sitting there. And my lamps, and my clocks, and everything. I have it. I'm ready to go. So, I'm just getting everything else, the finalized stuff done, and gotta get put on Etsy. I didn't expect that I was gonna get a piece of blue. I'm happy with that. It came with the purple. I just got I'm like, oh my gosh, there's a blue piece in there. So when I get more amethyst, and if I get another blue one, yes, I could put you on the list. I have both of those. Don't look any further. So, I've citrine's really good too. Citrine is like a luck magnetizer. Fluorite is awesome because it aids in healing, and it's pretty much for everything. And rose quartz is just really good for the heart chakra and allowing love in your life and being loving, being able to express love again. Energy attraction. All right, guys, I'm going to get off of here. I love you guys. You guys take care. If you need anything, email me, beautifulmind4275@gmail.com. Yep, I didn't get no readings done this weekend because my daughter decided to go with me yesterday. And I was out looking for bottles. But I did get up to the beach. Well, up to the mountain. And I came up to this mountain and I came on live with you guys. This is right across from my house. So I believe that this mountain is the mountain where I'm supposed to come to. I can just feel it. This is where I'm supposed to come to. The other one's nice because it's all in woods, and this is woods too, but the other one actually has like a little beach and stuff. That's a little bit further away from my house though. And I'm going to get up there again this summer because that's where I go to get my mountain water. So I'm going to get up there again. I'm going to be busy. I'm keeping myself busy. So between my business and everything else, my houses, everything else, make time for me, and I'm going to cut out time and make time for myself. You all need to do the same thing too, just to go in nature, baby. And if I can do it, you can do it too. No more victims. We're victors. Victory. So, and you have to be tenacious. You cannot let up. Don't let up. Make clear what your boundaries are, and if people cross those boundaries, deuces. You have to say screw them. You have to be willing to lose people for yourself. Yeah. 8-8. I'm telling you, 8-8's going to be huge. Thank you guys all for the thumbs up. Like I heard, like there's a bunch of activations that are happening. I was 100% correct on that. I don't know this stuff, but as I'm hearing, and then I see other people, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Yep. I'm right on target. And when I start getting things before other people get things, and I'm like, yes, I'm hearing the same thing. I know I'm connected. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy at all. I hear God, and God is speaking. So, listen to your inner voice. Begin to trust your inner voice again. Trust your gut instincts. It will never lead you wrong. If someone's meant to be in your life, they're going to make the effort too. I love you. You all take care. I am going to start doing readings. I might do them in my house. We'll see. I don't know. But I do need to start doing that again this week too. So I will be on and off and, here and there, and possibly doing collabs and all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to be pretty busy the next few weeks. And I like it. And in that busyness though, I will be taking time for myself. So if you want to set up a time, let me know. I'm here for coaching, and I'm here for chit chat, and I'm here to pull cards. I'm here to do it. You need answers. And I'll see what God tells me. Good night, everybody. I love you. Turtle Smith is in a whole nother country, so good night, sweetheart. I love you guys. Take care. I'm off. Deuces. Central Pennsylvania.